Hello and welcome to another video. This one covers the Tesla app. It's recently been updated, so I'll show you how to make sure you've got the latest update and several of the features that are in this new app. I'll be showing you on Android, but it's pretty similar for the iPhone. So just please don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. It doesn't cost you anything to click that, and it certainly helps the algorithm put this out there so people who are new to Tesla will be able to find this sort of video. Thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed. So to ensure that you've got the latest version, you need to go into the Play Store, search for Tesla, and then it will come up and you will click on the Tesla app, and there it will have open if you've got the latest version, or update if you need to update it. So that way you can ensure that you're going to get the absolute latest version. So here we have the front screen of the app. In the top left hand corner you've got the name you've given to your car, in my case Electra. Just underneath that you've got the charging status of your car. In my case it's 90% because I've just literally 2 minutes ago it's completed its charge. It's been using my solar panels to charge today, and I've got it back up to 90%. The top right hand corner you'll see there's a silhouette of a person. So if we just go into that, so I've scrolled up a little bit, and here we've got your car, the Tesla shop, we've got inbox, which is where Tesla can communicate with you. I've only got 2 in the last 2 years. The loot box, if we press on the loot box, it will give you, if you've got any, free supercharging kilometers. As you can see, I've got just over the 4,000, and that expires on November the 6th, 2022, which is this year. We used to be able to get 1,500 free kilometers with each referral that someone purchased using your referral. Over the time when this finished, which was about September, October 2021, I'd had 4 referrals. So I haven't even used 2,000 of the supercharging kilometers, basically because here in Western Australia we really only had the one. We've now got 3 superchargers, but they're not very close to me. So here you can share your referral link and view past referrals. Maybe they'll bring it back one day, who knows. So next down is account, where you set up your some of your personal details, your credit card and so on. Under settings, that's a useful little thing. Here you can set your calendar sync. So on your mobile phone, if you've got appointments in a calendar like Google Calendar, the phone will send those to the car. So when you jump in the car, let's say half an hour before an appointment, it will navigate you there. It'll come up on the navigation and you can get there. So that's quite a useful feature. Under notifications, if you've got more than one vehicle, you can have notifications coming to your phone for 2 vehicles, 3 vehicles, depending on how many Teslas you own, or the current vehicle. You'll get a notification for the car alarm. You can turn that on and off. I think you should leave it on. I've had my car alarm in 2 years go off twice, and I got notification on the phone. So I just popped outside. I was in a shop or a bank or something, and just popped outside to have a look, and it was a very loud motorbike had roared past the car and set the alarm off. It's the only one I can remember. You can get notifications when you've started charge, if it's interrupted or complete. I can't see the point in having charge started notification for the simple reason that I'm plugging it in, so I know when it's starting to charge. And if it's starting to charge at midnight, I don't need notification. But charging interrupted and charging complete is very useful, because if you get notification that it's either been interrupted or complete, you can go back to the car and move it out of the way so someone else can utilize the charging point. Software update. You get notified if you've got a software update for the car. In the car, you can get notified on your phone. You can also get notified if the cabin overheat protection kicks in, so the internal temperatures hit 40 and you've got it set. I don't need notification. And preconditioning complete, if you set it up to be preconditioned cabin temperature, it will let you know that it's ready. That's okay for if you've parked it outside and it's snowing. Doesn't snow here in Western Australia except in a couple of spots. Then you can have the car heated, preconditioned, and that's quite a useful thing. So that's the notifications. And the calendar sync under settings. So lastly, down here we've got add product, which is, well, for me it just says Powerwall, so I don't need to worry about that. And sign out, so that will sign you out of the account. You won't have access to the car on the phone. So back at the front page, you've got the picture of your car. Mine's currently plugged in, but it's just finished charging. Otherwise, it becomes an animated green line on the charging cable. Below that, you've got 4 shortcuts to control. Now, I've set mine up. I've got open the front or fruit, lock and unlock the car, open the boot, and summon. Now you can change those. So what you do is you press and hold and customized controls come up. So you can change those by dragging and moving them. So let's say I wanted sentry mode on there. So I click and hold, then I move it up to say there, release. Now I've got sentry mode on there. Locked is now down in the section at the bottom. So if I want that back, I click and hold, move it up, and it's replaced. So you've got all these controls that you can set up there. Then you click save and it's done. So if we just have a look at controls here, you've got a picture of the car. You can open the bonnet, fruit, front, whatever you want to call it. You can lock and unlock the car. You can open the boot. And you can control the charge port from here, open and close when it's not plugged in. Flash the light, honk the horn, start the car, which just means allow it to be driven. And I've got home link there, which opens and closes the garage door for me automatically. So as I'm driving up to my house, when I'm approximately 6 meters away from my garage door, the garage door will go up. When I reverse out, when I hit 6 meters from the garage door goes down. I find that quite useful. So now we're back at the front page. So below controls, there's climate. As you can see, it says interior 30 degrees. My car's currently parked in the garage and it's quite a warm day outside. If you click on climate, you bring up a picture of the car where you can. Heated seats, put those on. I don't have the heated rear seats paid for. I think I've got them, but I haven't paid for them. don't need heated seats where I am in Australia. You can control the air conditioning from this, the climate control. So down the bottom on the left, it says off. So you can press that and turn it on, and then it will say on. The temperature you can then set to whatever temperature you like, and vent will just open the windows about an inch so that hot air can escape. What I tend to do with the car is, if I'm leaving it charging plugged in somewhere, say at a shopping centre, and I'm only going to be a short while, I'll exit the car having hit the keep air conditioning running on the control panel in the car, get out, close it, and the aircon will just keep going, and it will use the power from the charging cable, not from the battery. If I'm parked at, let's say, the train station, and I'm not going to be coming back for several hours, I will just leave the cabin overheat protection on so that it doesn't go over 40 degrees. And then when I'm about 10 minutes from the car, I will come into this screen, hit on, and turn the aircon on. So within about 5 to 10 minutes, it's definitely got it back down to temperature and everything's cooled off, and it's actually quite nice. So you just got to play with it and see how you like it set up, but that works for me. Security, this allows you to set certain things up. So sentry mode on and off, mine's automatically off because it's parked at home. This will automatically turn on when I'm parked outside of home. You can set the valet mode, and you can set a speed limit mode, so you can limit the top speed of the car. And there underneath that you can add a driver, so you can then stick on like your partner or something like that. So the next one down here is charging stats. Now this is a very interesting new addition to the app. This will give you your charging stats for the last 31 days. So as you can see there, I've added 245 kilowatt hours of charge into my car in the last 31 days. The blue lines are home charging. The grey ones are other, which basically means if I've been down to the shopping centre. The red line is supercharger. So that day, which was about a week ago, I was up at Carrinup shopping centre and I supercharged. And that was approximately 30 to 32 kilowatts. I arrived with about 19 or 20%, having preconditioned the battery by navigating to that point. And then when I got there, I plugged it in. I went from, let's say, 20% to 90% in about 24 minutes, which was really quite good. Preconditioning the battery really helps. I've got a standard range plus or rear wheel drive with the NCA batteries, not the LFP batteries, because mine's several years old. And it's capable of accepting, in peak conditions, 170 kilowatts of charge. On that day a week ago, I got a peak of 167 kilowatts. Didn't last very long and it did drop off, but it stuck at about 150 for a fair old while. And to get from 20 to 90% in 24 to 25 minutes is pretty good. That added 70% of the charge, which is approximately 220, 230 kilometers. So that's pretty reasonable. So it says here, fuel savings $180. Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate or not. Fuel has just hit $2 a litre, so It's probably a little bit more than that. Then you can set up your home tariffs, the supercharger tariffs, and so on. It won't let me do that for some strange reason. I have got no. So as a little addendum to what I said about the charging price, I've just discovered, and thanks to someone on Facebook for pointing this out to me, if you go into settings and you want to go into edit your pricing, it can be done. So if you see here, I've actually managed to change my buy price. So if the way to do it is to double tap until you get it highlighted like that, then so I had to put point something in there, so I've now changed it to 0. Double tap 0.00 doesn't work. Double tap 0.00. This is terrible programming. Invalid prices. Yeah, it doesn't like those. So we will just have to leave it. So you can actually edit them, but change these, double tap. It takes a fair bit of messing around. So now I've edited it back to 0 because I am not paying for my electrons because I'm charging off the sun. So that's just, it's very fiddly. It's not the easiest thing in the world. I think the programmer must have been smoking something when he wrote that part of it. It's terrible. That's on Android. I've got no idea what it's like on iPhone or iOS. So thanks very much. Just a little update in there. In the upgrade section, you can have software upgrades. So as I said, I haven't got heated rear seats, and where I am, temperatures hit 40 plus centigrade. We don't need heated seats. The coldest it gets down to is single digit centigrade at night. So no, I don't see the point in spending money on that. And then you can subscribe to premium connectivity, which is $9.99 a month. I haven't done that. Maybe I would if I needed something that it gives me. But at the moment, no. If I'm going on a long drive out to the country, I may well use it then. And you can just subscribe to it for 1 month. Subscribe, pay the month, unsubscribe. And then you've got accessories. So you can click on that and you can then purchase from Tesla the wall charger, interior things like floor mats, the exterior bits and bobs, certain parts, and so on. I haven't used that, but it's there if you need to. Manage. So this is virtually the same. Premium connectivity, you can subscribe to it. It says I've got full self-driving and autopilot, which I purchased 2 years ago, which was just after I got the car. So that's the upgrades tab. So the service tab is where you can request a service from Tesla. You can request service. It then gives you the history of all the services that you've had. You've got some video guides that are pretty basic, and you can look at the owner's manual. Clicking on that takes you to a website. It does actually now have the manual up to date for version 2022.4 and Australia. So it's getting there. When I first got my car, it was about a year out of date, and it was for America. So it's improving. So that's the service tab. So right at the bottom of that front screen, underneath your details, it's got view details. And when you click on it, it comes up here. And you've got two things here. You've got specs and you've got warranty. So under specs, it gives you what you've got. So with me, full self-driving autopilot, I got the all black interior. Basically, it's just what you got when you ordered the car. I got the standard range plus rear wheel drive. It's only called the Tesla Model 3 rear wheel drive now. But that gives you all the stats. And then when you click on the warranty, that then gives you your warranty details. So here you've got general coverage. Mine expires on January the 17th, 2024, which is 4 years after I took the car. Roadside coverage, same period. The battery and drive unit has got an 8-year warranty. The general warranty is 4 years or 80,000 kilometers. And the battery and drivetrain is 8 years. So that's why it says January the 17th, 2028. And that is for 160,000 kilometers or 8 years. So that gives you some of the specific details for your car. So if you ever get concerned, oh, I'm getting near my warranty expiry, it'll give you a good idea there. So you've got the specs and the warranty. So there you have it. That's the app. A quick run through of various sections. A couple of things have changed, such as the charging screen and the warranty screen. That's fairly new. The charging screen is just since the last update. So I hope you found that useful. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. It costs you nothing to do so. All you need is an email address, which I don't get. That's YouTube. You just log in with an email address. So thanks very much. I hope you found that useful.